The church hall as we know it was built in the late 60s or early 70s. We were a thriving church with a good congregation every Sunday morning. Gradually over the years we lost a lot of our older faithful members, and eventually the Sunday morning service was abandoned, but we still had the midweek communion. Sunday afternoon, Crossroad Church was started by Robin Gamble and his friends from Idle, and it is now going from strength to strength with the clergy leading and lay people. We were then twinned with St John the Divine, Thorpe Edge, until Mary Winter decided to leave on health grounds. When Mary left, we were all worried as to what would happen to us at Greengates. But now I feel that we are in a very strong place.
My name's Susan. I'm now the church warden here, which is not a job I expected to do. But about 5 years ago, we moved to this area, or 6 years ago, but 5 years ago, we heard that this church was starting a cafe church at 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. That was partly because the existing church was quite elderly and not really functioning very well on a Sunday morning. So we started with the cafe church monthly at 4 o'clock, and 4 o'clock turned out to be a really good time for people to come, families who had done what they wanted through the weekend, other people. So it was really good that people began to come, and we had a load of support, lots of support from Holy Trinity Idle at the time. And after about 18 months, I think it probably was, it was suggested to us that we should go weekly rather than monthly. Now all that was functioning really well, and we were very excited, and we were doing outreach events at the pub and in the marina here in Appley Bridge. And then came COVID, at which point obviously we had to stop doing that. But then in the September, I think it would be, following the end of that first lockdown, we began again, and we were just so thrilled that people who had been coming came back. And what we found in this last 18 months or thereabouts, I think it would be, is that gradually our church has built up in numbers. The people from Holy Trinity, several of them have stayed, but quite a lot have moved on in different ways. So we're actually much more indigenous now, most people live quite locally, and people have joined us mostly from other churches, but people who wanted to minister in this area because this is where they belong.
So my name's Karina. I've been part of St John's for the last 4 years, seen it going from being a very quiet church to a more lively church. I've been involved in the community within the church and out of the church as well, doing my own kind of community outreach as well. So we've been running toddler groups on a Monday, which has grown from strength to strength. Lots of people have come along to lots of different events we've done in church too. So we did a big Good Friday event, and we had like crafts and a pantomime, and it was just fantastic because we saw over 150 people walk through the doors, which was great. And that has linked lovely into the Mums and Tots group. We've had lots of people come from that to our Mums and Tots. So yeah, I just love the community aspect of church and just outreaching and making relationships with people that are in our community.
My name is Chris Baxfield. I'm the vicar here at St John's Community Church. I've been here for about a year, just over a year. I arrived in the middle of the second lockdown, which is a bit strange, but immediately, sort of felt part of a team really. That was really great, and so kind of navigated with a really strong team those odd days of last year. As we go forward, I guess sort of think of three things that I think I would really like to focus on as a church. First of all, reconnecting with people. COVID's been really challenging, as it is for every church, and people are coming back, new people are coming, but I think reconnecting in ways which we haven't done for a long time is important. So, small groups and prayer groups on weekdays, people meeting together, going deeper in God's Word, getting to know each other better. Second thing is connecting with our community. We've already got fantastic connections with our community. We've got people coming into the hall every day using it, but we've also got connections with local pubs, local marina, and so doing events with them, having fun days, stuff that we've done in the past really well and which we want to continue to do. And finally, you can see we've got a big church here, And it's a fantastic church. It's got so much potential as a venue for the community and also for the church family, but we need to reorder it. And so we're working with an architect who's going to help us think big in terms of what we might be able to do with it. But if there's anyone watching who's got a spare million who'd like to invest in a fresh expression of church, then get in contact.